All right, today I'm going to unbox and review the Sena Spider ST1 rider communication system. It's a mesh system. So let's dive right in. We'll see what Riley thinks too. He's going to love it. So here's the Spider ST1 Riders Mesh Communication System by Sena. All right, look at that. Here is the main unit of the device. Wow, it looks great. Typical Sena quality. Nice, thick, hard black plastic. The rotary jog dial feels really good. Nice button actuation. Here is a USB charge port right here. Then the port to connect the speakers and microphone here. Here is your power switch, and here's the mesh switch. To open up the antenna, push the antenna that way. Pops right up. Turn the device on by pressing on the power switch and then down on the center jog dial button for 1 second. There we have it. You can see the blue annunciator light coming on. Very, very cool. Let's check out what this kit comes with. All right, we've got we've got the instruction manual. Very cool. So like I said, you've got the power switch, the mesh intercom, your jog dial. You need to download the Sena app to link everything up. Then in here, it's empty. And here I suspect is all the equipment you need it comes with. All right, very cool. So the main meat and potatoes of the kit. Here is the speakers. They're modular. They have Velcro on the backside. The Velcro will go into the ear cups of your helmet. And it just will stick in. There's also a connector right here for the mic, and then you have a connector here to plug into the main Sena unit. Here we have a mic. This is for a full face helmet. It has Velcro on the backside, so you would just stick this in front of your mouth on the full face helmet, run the wire along the trim on the inside of the helmet. It'll tuck in nice and neatly. And then you just connect this to the port right here. Very nice, very easy, solid connection. Typical quality of Sena. The wires are really nice. The connector is really nice. Very solid snap, satisfying there. So again, this is the mic right here you'd use if you have a full face helmet. It also has a boom mic that if you have a modular or an open face helmet, connect this end to either the inside of your helmet or with a 3M, it's got to have 3M, yeah. There's 3M tape here that you can use to secure this to your helmet if it's an open face helmet or a modular helmet. But this would just secure on the inside of the helmet up against the Velcro, or not the Velcro, but the material. This will connect to it. Again, it has a very nice connector. You can see there's a little arrow, maybe hard to see, black arrow, and there's the receptacle on this side, has the spot right there to let the arrow fit into, so you know you're connecting it the correct way. You can see that it's slid in nicely there, so that's great. Then it comes with dust microphone covers here to help limit the wind distortion you're going to get through the microphone. They just slide over the edge here. Go down and connect. There's 2 of them, so very, very nice. Here it comes with spacers for the helmet, for the speakers, so there's 2 of these, 1 for each side. Should your ear cups in your helmet be pretty deep and you want the speakers closer to your ears, you just Velcro this inside the helmet, then you connect the speaker to it, and it steps out the speaker closer to your ear. You don't need them, but if you have deeper ear cups and you want to get the speakers close, you can use those that way. It works really nice. It comes with a USB charging cord, very nice. And then there are 2 mounts to connect the main unit to. The one mount is more of a modular temporary mount where this little clip here slides up underneath the helmet, and then this mount will slide down on it and clip it on like such. And basically you can then remove the the Sena main unit from the helmet, should you choose, if you want to swap it over to another helmet, or whatever you might be doing. I don't know if maybe you have another speaker set in the helmet. It'd be kind of a pain to keep switching over the mic and the speakers, but if you have to, you have to. I understand. Then there is another mount, which is a more permanent solution. It has 3M double-sided stick tape on it. So what you're going to do is just peel off the backing, affix this to your helmet, and then the main Sena unit will slide down on here and snap in, and it's more of a permanent solution. You know, it's going to click in and stay in. So yeah, so that's very nice having those two options. Okay, in order to set all this up, you're going to take the mic. You're going to find the little black triangle. I think you can see it probably right there. It's going to slide in on this top side into the triangle here. You're going to hear it snap and feel it snap in. And then, if you look at this connector here, it's very nice, typical, really nice Sena quality. There's a little rubber, it feels like, maybe not rubber, it's probably rubber in here, but this connector here is going to slide in here. You've got to make sure that you take this little securement clasp, flip it open so the ears are up, and then you'll slide it in and wiggle it until it's nice and secure. Then slide this down, and you'll see that those little ears engage in these tabs. So now that's all in. So now you can actually power it up.
Hello.
There you go. You can hear it. Pretty sweet. To turn it off, you'll just long push, like 1 second push on the center, and then that. But pretty cool.
Goodbye.
There it goes. And now it's ready to actually install into the helmet. So I would probably leave it unplugged, install it, and then plug it all in and turn it on. That way it's a little less cumbersome to deal with. To take it apart, you just flip that open like that and then just pull it apart. This Sena unit is going to connect to an app on your phone, and it'll walk you through how to sync everything up with the Bluetooth and all that. And the app is very nice. It'll allow you to pre-save like 3 or 4, a bunch of presets for phone numbers for speed dialing people. It'll also let you attach your music player to it, so you can use this to listen to your music. You can also connect your navigation system to this and easily let the navigation come through this. Being that it's a mesh system, you can have, if you're riding in a big group or if you're 2 up and you have your other rider has the same system, you can create basically like a walkie-talkie type of system where you can all stay on the same frequency and talk to each other. And it's not going to be over the cellular network or anything like that. It's more of a like a walkie-talkie type of communication system where you can have like an open mic and talk to your passenger behind you. You can also, you know, as you're having a conversation, you can have music playing through your, you know, your Sena mesh system, and the other rider can hear your passenger can hear the music. I guess you could have a bunch of other riders on the same mesh and playing your music to them. They'd probably kill you if they're all having to listen to your music, but whatever, cool. So yeah, this is a really nice system. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Sena, but it's awesome. I have one, I love it. It works great. It's very dependable, never has let me down. If you're using it with music and you're listening to music, pretty decent volume and all that, mine lasts about 12 hours or so before it needs to be charged. But if you're not really listening to music loud and you're just using it basically to have your navigation tied into it and you know, your phone's connected to it so you don't miss any calls or anything like that, it'll last for days. So it's very nice. It's so handy, so easy to use with the application on your phone, very intuitive, walks you through everything. It's a real joy. So I definitely think it's a great value for the money. I really like it, and I would definitely absolutely recommend it to anybody looking to pick one up. So that was my review of the Sena Spider ST1 Rider Mesh Communication Set. I hope you guys found it helpful, and I really appreciate you sticking around and watching. Hope I was able to answer some questions you had. Thank you very much.
especially if you write a lot and you really just want to make sure things are perfect. So I personally like the idea of just being able to just leave that alone after I've taken my time to get it where I want it and how I want it and how I like it, and be able to upgrade to something that's much better and newer. And so just to kind of show you, like all of these, it just takes time for you to figure out, you get your muscle memory in your hands to figure out what button to press, when to press it. In this case, it's the dial, and then here, which is, again, if you've had Sena devices, it's pretty similar. And just hold it, and you can hear it, and it goes into pairing mode. And then you can just pair it to your, phone like you would any other Sena device that you had. So I like it a lot already. I haven't even rode with it yet, but I wanted to get a quick kind of overview review out there. I won't be able to test the new mesh system just because I only got one, and don't know anyone who has another one. So that review won't be part of my comments. But other things I did want to point out is what it comes with. So here's one of the microphones, got the boom type, and then you have a little smaller kind of type here, and then other things to point out is, again, here your headphones, your different types of covers for your boom mics. Here you go, your spacers, for your earphones. You may or may not use those depending on what you're doing, or you will use them, but just different thicknesses or whatever it is you need to get it right in your setup. Quite a bit of 3M tape, again, just for positioning purposes. And then you have two options to get it on your helmet. You can do it with the 3M, just find a place, get it on there, and it's done. Or you have the bracket that you can use. Still haven't figured out. I know I'm going to use a bracket 100%. So that's what I prefer. So hopefully this review will be helpful for you. I'll leave a couple of other comments based on observations that I make as I continue working with this. But hopefully this is helpful. Again, I like Sena devices in general, so I am biased. I've owned this guy for quite a few years, and it's been great. Been on really long rides, from, written say probably about 15, 16 hours or so. And I just love it, man. I've just have really been able to get a lot of good use out of it, and so I'm looking forward to having a new Sena device on my helmet. And probably be my third, or fourth, I can't remember right now. Might even be more. And I think it's a solid buy all around. And just a thing where, just to point out, is that, let me see where it went, or here we go. So there's a way for you to get this antenna to go up. I don't know how I did it the first time, and I can't figure out how to do it now. There you go. Okay, so you kind of push in on it, and then it just flips up. All right, so again, one of those muscle memory things that once you figure out kind of how to do it and get it going, and obviously gloves on, it's just a little bit different feel, but you'll get it. I mean, all of these Sena devices are pretty much the same. You just have to practice a little bit how they feel, and then you just start working them, without even thinking about it. So recommended 100%. I like it, and I wish I had another one and for my wife, but that'll be some later point. Thank you for watching this video, and hopefully it's long, but hopefully it's helpful, and you can use it to make a decision. And bye.
Here is a look at what you get with this Sena communication system. I am just setting up a new unit in a new helmet, but before I bury all the components in there, let me just kind of talk it through in case you have not used the Sena system before. So these guys are marketed and advertised as for motorcyclists, you know, people out on the road, 3-4 guys, more than that even, in a group. You can all talk to each other, but I use it on a work crew. So basically what it allows you to do is two things. Number one, and I think this is the most important thing about the Sena, number one, mesh with other crew members. So the mesh system is one of the communication systems with the Sena, and the other is Bluetooth through your phone. So it goes both ways. I think that's what people don't understand about the Sena. Basically, when you power it up, it has the option and the immediate option to mesh with someone with another helmet. I won't go through the full link protocol. It's not as complicated as it might seem at first. Basically what you need to do is get you two helmets nearby one another, either two people or one guy can do it with the multiple helmets for a crew, and just link the two helmets. Then you can mesh in additional helmets, and the Sena has a memory for the helmets that it's been linked to. So it will easily mesh with the same group again. If you add new riders, you got to remesh. Now, as a Bluetooth device, it links up with your phone. So yes, you can take phone calls, you can listen to music, you can do all that stuff. Personally, I don't really use it for that because I'm working in a situation where you don't want to be listening to music or talking on the phone. Like, that would just be dangerous. But a lot of people do use these Sena devices for phone calls and Bluetooth music and all that kind of stuff. So it can do both. One of the nice things about the Sena system or Sena system is that it's got just like really simple instructions, and they're not like written in a language you can't understand. Really simple. Basically, you've got the dial and the two buttons. One's a phone button, one's the mesh button. And then it's just a question of how long you hold different combinations. If that seems too complicated, don't worry about it. You're gonna get it figured out. The full instructions for how to communicate and use this device is right here, just a single sheet. There's more in here, but that's all in like French and German and stuff. This is the voice mic that you stick into the helmet. It's got a 3M stick strip. Stick it in the helmet and get it down by your mouth. This is the earpiece. In my case, it'll go in my ear protection. If you're in a motorcycle, it's just gonna go in the helmet at the location of your ear. This is the clip that the Sena clips into, and this clip actually just clips to something. You can also go adhesive and snap it in the same way. Basically, what they give you is some different options, you know, so you don't have to set this thing up in one way. Like, you can configure it different ways for different helmets, different setups, different preferences, etc. I think most guys who run this Protos helmet, which is common in my industry, will put the Sena right here on the back. It's just kind of out of the way. The unit is out of the way, and then the mic is over on the side, on either side. But that's the basic layout. It's a simple tool that allows you to communicate with other people who've got helmets on and you really need to talk to them. In some ways, it is a lifesaver. It can also be a detriment, just because of the temptation, I think, to talk on the phone too much when you're doing something important or listen to music or whatever. So it's not to be taken lightly, but it is a light, simple, effective tool.